Hello, hello, and welcome to That Second Gen Life with Samhar. I'm your host, Samhar Raya. If you are a second generationer, child of immigrants, a diaspora leader, professional changemaker, however you identify, this space is for you. This podcast is more than just storytelling. It's about strategy, identity, leadership, communities, finding yourself in this beautiful diasporic journey we're all going through. We'll talk about everything from navigating the workforce as a diaspora professional to the role that you can play in making an impact from where you are, locally or around the world. We'll talk about the realities and joys of being a second generationer, some of the challenges, some of the delights, but most importantly, we're going to remind you that you are powerful, that you belong, and that your job here is to create the spaces you wish existed. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to That Second Gen Life with Samhar. I am your host, Samhar Araya, and very excited to always reconnect with you. It's been a minute. I've just completed the 3-part series on diaspora impact, but I really wanted to jump in here and talk about sort of the state of the world that we're living in today. I mean, it's Tuesday, April 22nd, and when you hear this, we will have already gone through even more things than we have. As of this morning, it feels like every day there's something new. But I wanted to just share where my mind is at with the daily onslaught of quote unquote breaking news and different policy decisions that just affect all aspects of our lives, especially if you are someone from a diaspora community, you have an immigrant background or connection, or maybe you are an underrepresented group, or maybe you're a woman. How about that? Maybe you're someone who changed your last name. The list goes on and on to all the different segments within our population that really feel particularly vulnerable and under attack right now. And I'll say for me, I do feel an acute sense of vulnerability in a lot of ways. I think everything about my own life is being adjudicated without any law and due process. I shouldn't even say adjudicated. It's just being thrown out there that they want to otherize you. They want to make you feel like you are the other. And I want you to remember that no matter what your background is, no matter how you arrived to this country, no matter how you live in this country in the United States, number one, you belong. Number two, even where there may be legal issues with your own status, you are afforded a right of due process. You are afforded the right to go through a legal review. And arbitrary arrests and detention, that is not what the United States has said it's about. That's what they've said they're not about. And that's part of why people work so hard to move here, is because of the sense of law and order or stability or process or equality, the aspirational goals of equality for all. And it feels like all of that is under attack. And I want you to remember that, number one, this is not normal. Number two, do not let them make you feel like the other, like you are not supposed to be here. And number three, keep your mind open to all the different options you have in your life. And you do have options, okay? You do have decisions and choices you can make. It'll look different for everybody, but the point is you are in the driver's seat of your life, okay? You are not a passenger here. But what you do need to do is understand your financial situation, your economic situation, your work situation, and what options you have with each of them, okay? Even if you don't feel like you have options, I'm here to remind you you do. And you need plan A, plan B, plan C. And you need to be having them at the top of mind of something you can do by choice at the right time, by something you do if you feel it's getting a bit difficult for you or you're feeling more vulnerable. Or three, now pardon my French for those of you that are new to me, but yes, I do have a profane mouth from time to time. I do speak from the heart, okay? This is why I keep telling everyone to embrace your diasporic self. It's not cute, okay? It's definitely not sinasarat, as those of you who speak Sardinia understand. But I'm going to tell you this right now. When shit hits the fan, when things go left, when everything gets so much worse for you, what levers do you have to pull for your own safety and for your own future? I want you to think in that way. And I really don't want to be an alarmist, but my work and my career long ago when I was working in law and conflict resolution and development in conflict-affected zones like the Horn of Africa and the Great Lakes and the Middle East. That meant that we always did scenario planning. And what I'm presenting to you is really just a function of planning for different scenarios. You have to start getting comfortable with that, okay? I also want you to know that you are entitled to representation. You are entitled to legal representation. You are entitled to being heard. You have that right. And if you don't feel safe enough to speak, there are organizations that do advocacy for different communities, different issues. And lastly, the most important thing, your job right now should be to build community. Find community. People were saying this 6 months ago, and I immediately latched onto it for my own sake. What does community mean to me now? Post-pandemic, I think COVID really dismantled a lot of the community aspects we have. But I also got pregnant and had a child during the pandemic, so I was also hyper aware of my socialization and what that would do to my daughter and I and our health and all those things back then. And so I've had to work doubly, triply hard to get back into community or build my own. And it's a work in progress. But for me, community means who can you call and pick up the phone and talk to? Random. Just say, hi, how are you doing? Doesn't matter how long it's been. Who can you call and ask for help if you need to move furniture into your house? Is there anyone that can help you? Is there someone that can help you with a repair? Is there someone you can confide in? Building community looks like many different things. And I actually have a guide for you on 100 ways that you can build community right now from where you are. Go to my website, thediasporaacademy.com. Click on community on the main page. You'll see the ultimate community resource building guide. And I want you to download that because it's 100 examples of things that you already do as a diaspora. I'm sure. They're not far. They're not incredibly difficult. And you don't have to be like visible and in the front lines. You just need to think of what you enjoy. And I want you to think of that as your source of health and wellness. Okay, so health and wellness is your mind, body, and spirit. And I've already talked to you about your mind. I'm talking to you about your spirit. And to be honest, the body part, I struggle with it because I sit at home so much. I work, I chase after my beautiful daughter. I think that's exercise. It's not. And so I've even had to start getting into an exercise regimen, which drag me. I hate it. But it is what I have to do for mind, body, and spirit, okay? So I think there's a lot of examples that we're seeing on the immigration front, on the Social Security front, on your paperwork, your financial paperwork, different examples of how our livelihoods and status are being manipulated. I feel like this is really something's happening to the system, to the data records management, to the information that's in the system of who you are as a taxpayer, as a citizen, as a legal permanent resident, as an undocumented person, as second gen like myself. I think we're all, and so on. It's not just those groups, it's everyone. I just think I want you to get your head right. I want you to be proactive. I want you to lean into community and find joy. Do not let them make you feel like you're the other. That's a form of resistance. They say joy is a form of resistance by asserting that you not only belong, but that this is yours. Okay, so think very clearly about what you want in your life and how you want to design it and what you are preparing yourself for over different scenarios. All right. I love you all so much. I just had to jump in here. And this is for my paid subscribers, but I might open it up if it's necessary, okay? Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll make this for everyone. All right, y'all. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. And until next time, take care of yourself, and I can't wait to hear from you. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow That Second Gen Life with Samhar on your favorite listening platform.